your actions. The jungles are a challenging place.
What if we did it just as they docked? What sort of problems would we have?
The Castellany will obviously enforce peace and prevent violence. He says in a way that doesn't...
Yeah. What if they were distracted?
Sometimes it takes effort to ensure, but the Consortium docks are to the north. We don't always patrol there as much as we could. The Consortium typically takes care of its own.
Great.
Captain, that sounds difficult because they have much more security.
Not if Koa here happens to, well, make sure that the security is light when the boat arrives. We could do our business, and Koa would be the only one who would know that, well, inside of a certain set of quarters guarded by anti-scrying magic is where we'd be keeping.
That bit will be a challenge, but we can see what we can do.
Otherwise, we could go about our business and then handle this problem afterwards, although this person would be spreading their influence.
He nods.
All right. I'm sure you'll have to talk to your superiors about the price. The upgrade plus a bonus.
The upgrade plus a bonus.
Okay, Molgromere is happy with this. This seems like a good job. Boarding a ship when it's docked sounds awesome. We'll be able to bring our full Marine Corps with their spells up right at the right time. Like none of this fucking catapult mess. This is good. You've got the right crew for that. All right. Well, I expect that you'll be letting us know within a day or so.
Yes, word will be sent.
Excellent. Looking forward to this future business.
And thank you for helping keep the shores safe.
There is one more manticore out there. We'll keep an eye out for it.
He nods.
Okay, Molgromere will. We've got mission accomplished. We've got a job. We got money for the manticore. We're fucking off.
Okay.
So we grab a cat, polymorph it into one of these things, and come back every.
Get $8,000. There's a bunch of dumb manticores that are like licking milk.
Meow. Woof, woof.
I'm a manticore.
Hunting mice with manticore spikes. Don't piss off that kitty. I'll be right back. I gotta go for a quick bio. Yeah.
All right. So we take them at dock, huh? I think that's way trickier. Because you don't have to deal with them. And in the open waters, you don't have to deal with them. The dock thing's gonna be really complicated. I wonder what the stream is saying. What do you vote, stream? River or docks? Choose your own adventure. Hmm.
Check chat there. Fox is busy making a demon shark. I wonder why Fox is making a demon shark.
Son of a... That's funny. Oh, great. Fantastic. Special ability.
Demon shark.
Immune to player powers. Fantastic.
Demon shark. Demon.
I imagine something from like Ninja Turtles. Ah, I got you now.
I got you now. I mean, the street shark is pretty cool.
Leather jacket.
Leather jackets. Yep.
Crazy. Hmm. I don't know. I think Docs is a bad idea. Unless we come from... See, there's a guy who just shoots guns. So you don't want him along. I wonder what's happening. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, you can cover it up with fireworks.
100%. Well, you might want to. Depends how sneaky you want to be.
So Marty, I guess Sodok is not coming on the dock adventure.
I mean, raiding that boat is going to take 2 minutes. If they can't keep their own guards busy for 2 minutes. It's Metropolis. A gun going off?
About 12 times in 1 minute.
Well, if it goes off enough, people are going to think it's firecrackers or something.
Oh, some kids are playing a lot.
All right, is somebody asking Molgromere that as you're going back?
It's Craig was asking about like, what are we doing? So what do we learn?
We've got a job.
All right, is it a good job?
We're rescuing someone from slavery.
Hey, that's my kind of job. He's pointing at some dude who's you'll be freed eventually, my guy.
I got you.
Dirty looks.
How are we doing that? There is someone being smuggled in a Consortium ship. We're gonna hit them when they get to port. It's gonna be pretty noisy talking about. Well, we can go in quietly, but I imagine quiet becomes loud. Our friend Koa over there will likely have to divert the guard. I'm sure it could be done. We could mask the sound of gunfire?
Can you somehow make it quiet? You know,
No, but we could make it ridiculously loud.
That is the opposite of quiet.
Correct, you dullard. With a ghost sound, we could make it sound like fireworks are going off.
Ghosts make sound, yes.
It is the name of an illusory spell that has auditory components.
Name.
It actually has...
Auditory means noise.
It actually has nothing to do with ghosts, although people might think it's
ghosts, as in the sound is not coming from the thing that you're saying, that you're trying to trick people into thinking?
Banta's learning.
Yes. At a glacial pace.
Glacial big.
In fact,
Banta very smart.
there might be a negative feedback loop with the amount of alcohol that you're imbibing. With respect to rate of learning.
Oh, this thing. This is liquid courage.
I suppose that is one
Juice
way
from
to
15
overcome
California
fear.
pomegranate.
Fear through ignorance.
Hmm.
I wonder what they're selling over there, says Karen as you're going past the by the big market.
Things.
So did
Maybe
we,
they'll have the mithril that someone was talking about.
So are we walking around with 6K right now?
8. We negotiated that up to 8K.
Oh, 8. Nice.
Yeah, there's a bag of 80 bloodstones.
Okay, you make your way back. All right, the other group. What were they doing again? Sorry.
Okay. The other group.
I'll leave them over here for now.
Yeah, give me a second. I need to look at the amount of money we have to spend before the 8K. All right, we earmarked 96 of those black pearls for the mithril that we needed. And we've got 2,700 gold pieces of other black pearls. And then we had stuff to sell. Like we have cargo in our boat.
Mm-hmm.
So Siren is helping... Siren and Rose are helping Sun Wu organize some selling of cargo.
Okay.
At the same time, Sun Wu is going to then start buying some things he needs for ship upgrades.
All right.
So where do we want to start? We are looking to offload our 15 barrels of sugar, our 30 barrels of flour, our ceremonial tea, our cooking oil, as well as the... I think we could actually be much more efficient with our space with the crafting arms and armor. 20 tons of stuff there.
Yep.
So I think we're trying to sell all of that. And then for the things that we want to take in, we want to buy some food. Like we ran into food problems, like maxing out our food, the amount of food that we could buy in the squibs.
Yep.
We want to buy a spare wheel, preferably a masterwork one, and some spare oars. The oars are super cheap. And then we want to buy materials for the ship upgrades, and then our mithril.
Sales got
Right.
The silks, yeah. The ship upgrades are the top of the list of the ship upgrades are silk sails.
Give some bonus on sailing.
Which Sun Wu can craft. So I think it's just the materials for him to make ship sails.
All right. Okay, so you are at a location.
Yep.
Where you can sell your plunder. It is a metropolis.
Yep.
So there is no
Percentage lost or whatever.
There's no percentage loss. You can.
How long will it take for us to sell? Give me a second. Get a calculator out.
Yeah.
500 plus 500 plus 2,500 plus 2,000. We've got 5,500 gold pieces worth of plunder. And then there were 2 items that were too expensive to sell in squibs. There was the lobster pot and the beautiful dagger, worth 1,000 each.
Okay.
So we have 7,500 gold pieces worth of stuff to sell.
So each point of plunder, which is 1,000 gold pieces worth of plunder,
Yep.
Takes 1 day at port to trade, you can do it at double the rate, but you will be like you take a hit on the amount of money that you get for it.
How much of a hit?
But basically, you wouldn't be allowed to make a check to increase your sell percentage, and you would be 20% off the top.
No. We will sell it slowly. We can get some things done at a slow pace.
Okay, so at the slow pace, and then if you're at the slow pace, it is a there is a skill check. It's like a profession merchant or profession sailor, or
So we created a while back a barter calculator.
okay. This might line up with this. I'm looking at the
barter calculator was you put in the amount, right, which would be, I don't know, like 1,000 a day. So for that day of selling, and I think I can share this with the stream. Give me a second. They can kind of see numbers. All right, and then there are skills, appraisal, knowledge, or profession skill. And then there's social, bluff, intimidate, diplomacy, and a sense motive or basic will save. Okay. And any market modifiers, and then a d20 roll, or we could all take 10s.
All right, give me a second. I've got this.
So I'm going to add in on Rose's side. Rose has a plus 19 to bluff. And I think Sunwoo has the appraise.
Barter calculator.
Yeah, he's got a 10. And then willpower would be sense motive or basic will, level plus wisdom. Let me see if anyone has sense motive.
Okay, and I will fill out the other half of this.
Okay.
And you've got a formula in here, and you've got minimum, maximum.
Plus or minus 20%.
Yeah. Okay, so their ruling says you can actually go up to 40%. As on, like, if you do a fantastically good job, it just scales really damn hard.
And their skills are 15 down the row.
Well, let me.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, so.
So just double the adjustment then.
Yeah, that's well. It's the no. There's also in here this formula. It's actually you have min of, and then this 0.2. This should be a 0.4, and this one should be a 0.4. And then this now is min max of 40%.
Cool.
Meaning that, like, you just have to beat the DCs by more. Okay, so the expertise of this particular doc, you've got kind of a goober dealing with you on the first day.
Yeah.
So the Goober's relatively mediocre at this, so they are 10 expertise, 10 social, 10 will, and then I'm going to roll a D3 number, 1D10 minus 5. Okay, Twitch decided to kick me out. It doesn't like me anymore. A second. Chat. Oh, I've got kicked out for. I was in there. Why? Why must you treat me this way? Oh, it's because 30 days went by, so I have to plug the code in now. Okay.
We've got 55, and then item 1 and item 2 is 1,000.
Okay, so it's plus. Okay, so they're actually better than I thought they'd be. So they are plus 5, plus 3, plus 2. 1 second. They're just normal goober dock worker is so 15, 13, 12. So you get 4% over their asking price.
Or are we gonna roll?
Roll. Yeah, so we can definitely roll.
All right, so our
Let's do the roll.
3d20s are
Yeah.
4, 9, and 5. Oh no.
523.
Oh, we lost 6%. All right, so our first 1,000 actually turned into 940 in that first day. Fine.
Yep.
So day 1. Great.
Okay. You're going to have the same guy for the first few days. Oh, it's my 20-month anniversary. Oh, thank you. It's fine. All right. Give me a percentile for the people at the docks. I was going to say Ahmed, but he just disappeared. So Marty.
36.
36. Okay. Daedalus.
Simultaneous to the selling, we also want someone to come and do the repairs on our boat if we can't do it ourselves.
Sunwoo. There is a concern.
Okay. I got lots of concerns, but sure. Shoot.
I recognize some of the men around port.
Friends of yours?
The term friend I find challenging.
Could you use your words and explain to me why seeing people in port that you recognize are bad?
I believe that they are members of the Ebon Chain, or the overarching organization.
Oh, Chitinese pirates are here. Have they seen you?
I do not believe so.
Well, let's get you a disguise.
If that is what you command.
Yep. The more frilly and pinkish, the better. Now checking Siren. Did Mark make a character that has disguise? Nope. Oh, fucking, what's his... Katano's good at this. Katano, get over here.
Son.
You best not be sleeping.
We are going to get Katano to disguise Daedalus as an Azamar. No, Katana, you gotta remove all the all the. You can keep your valuables, but you don't wear them on your face.
While they are valuable, they are more than simply things I wear on my face.
Yeah, but we're gonna make a disguise for you. You're gonna be the fanciest Azamar we ever did Azamar.
It's creature type, right? A native outsider. It's like, yeah, we're gonna make him look like an Azamar. A little bit of gold, like
a little bit of gold flake, and like some blush.
Yep.
We'll get you a nice wig, a nice wig. Yeah.
I will endure this ritualistic shame.
Yeah, it's good for your character. It's like pain for your soul. That's right. It's a good way of thinking of it.
I agree.
Yeah, I think he has a... Does he have a disguise kit?
Yeah.
Plus 10.
Sodak has something to say to you.
May the forebears bear witness and see my
it's
fame.
perfect. It's perfect.
14.
It looks like a Christmas tree. A Christmas tree looks like a festival tree.
Wing cardboard cutout behind him.
Shitty halo.
You put lipstick and a bathrobe on. All right.
That's right. That's right. It's perfect.
There's lots of giggling.
Sodak looks at him. Are you switching professions?
They do not be-
Oh, I was just thinking like a hood.
Nah, this is better. This is better.
I think Sunwoo is gonna get someone to go fetch a cloak, so it'll be the ridiculous disguise underneath
Underneath
I don't
a
know,
cloak.
hooded cloak or something.
What do you have under there? Oh God.
Yeah.
Witness my
Sun
shame.
Wu, I have a suggestion for you.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Everyone's being so polite today.
I suggest that we have someone on hand detecting magic on anything that goes onto the ship or comes off the ship.
Okay. Are you worried
don't
about something
know.
specific?
No, just worried about the types of tricks that casters can play.
All right, you're in
They're very
charge.
crafty.
You're in charge of detecting magic of anything that comes on and off the ship.
Anything that-
Congratulations.
I will craft for most of my time, and anything that comes on and off, if it's not too bothersome, I'll handle it right away. If it's too much, it can wait for a brief time until I arrive.
Yep. Good job.
All right then. Thank you.
Sunwoo's not sure how to salute you or just give you a little pat on the side of your armor.
He nods. I'm off to make some guns, lots and lots of guns. Maintain guns.
Yeah, so
What are you lot staring at? Get back to work.
Yeah, that's right. You tell them, Athama.
Thought he was going to do a dance for us.
We'll call this a liveless.
Daedalus. Aliveless.
A liveless.
Don't
worry.
Selfless.
We'll work on this. We'll work on this. This will be a project between you and I. Yes.
Skins are giggling from the background.
who's the lady? That's what the kids are yells from the.
Nah, he's an Athama.
For some reason, when he mentions Asmar, he does jazz hands.
Asimov, have you
Okay. Maybe not so much pink next time.
No. They like the lighter colors. Trust me, I'm an expert on Athama. You need more feathers.
Women are blessed to know greater pain and create life.
Yeah,
They are blessed being.
feathers though. I'll collect some. That criminal sheds all over the place. Don't worry, we'll get some feathers.
It's gonna start gluing feathers. Hooking feathers into the different, like, just sticking them through where all the piercings go. Just like a feather through.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it. Don't worry. Katana's not going anywhere.
At this point, Daedalus doesn't know if he just wants the Chinese pirates to.
Yeah. To overrun the ship, just come aboard. Sunwoo will let Genzorig know that we should be on a lookout for Chitinese pirates, as you know, he'll inform Genzorig of what Daedalus told him, and the two of them will keep an eye out.
Okay.
Sodak, perhaps you could also maintain watch over here while you're watching for magic items going on board. Just keep an eye out. Celissa, Grimsby, you're also on guard duty. No. He's going to address the crew. Which one of you can actually help repair the ship?
People with profession sailor can actually aid.
Okay.
And then people with craft ships is the skill check you typically want to have.
Yeah, and Sunwoo has that craft. So I think while the selling's going on, and he's had a chance to appraise the goods beforehand. So I don't know if he needs to be at each individual interaction.
No, and that's all being sort of blended through the whole daily selling.
So his craft ship with cognitogen running and a crafter's fortune would be plus 20.
Cool.
He's got one other trick to boost that further, but
all right. So with a oh, sorry, go ahead.
He'll just go with that plus 20 to basically try to fix the more permanent damage. We've got 27 hull damage and 11 sail damage.
Okay. I'm just gonna go repair. All right. So you can repair 10. It's a okay. So 10 gold pieces worth of raw materials are consumed as part of making the check.
Okay.
So
20 for 2 checks, right? 2 different components.
Right.
Okay.
And then give me your total after the roll.
I'm subtracting. So this first one's for the hull. The second one's for the sail. 22 and 34.
Okay, so the first day of work does 11 points of repair to the hull, and then that second check gives you 12 points of repair.
It would be used to help.
So do we get any aid from
yes, your sailors?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's say
the sails just with that roll were repaired.
All right, I'm going to go. So we're going to say 10 people are attempting to aid.
Do you need a profession? Is profession what?
Sailor.
Profession sailor and.
Okay, so there's an extra hit point from both checks from the aids. The aids are basically stretching your materials better.
I think after another day or two, that hull will be done. But that was Sun Wu not crafting magic items, so that's
plus 4 from my guys.
The DC is not very high. It's labor and time intensive.
Mm-hmm.
So you need someone like who can reliably make DC 10 craft ship checks to make basic repairs.
Yep. So Sun Wu spent time repair ship.
You want crafter's fortune on top of that?
Put a crafter's fortune on there to try to boost it higher.
Now Sun Wu can do. So our crafting rules was a day means 8-hour work. We allowed the 4 hours in the work to also be added on, and then he's got a ring of sustenance, so he can do 16 hours of work in a day.
So he can do 2 checks per day.
All right. So his second check, as he's like burning the midnight oil, 29 for the hull.
Okay. With aids, that would be 12, 13.
Okay. So we've got a 2 hit point scratch on our hull. I think we're done. It's not worth doing a whole other day for that. Cool.
All right.
Good job, Sunwoo. Looks fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's tiring work.
Okay, at this point, they're busy repairing the ship, and Molgromere returns with the crew. As we burn through a couple of days there of time.
That was 2 or 1 day.
You said 2 days. Is that what you said? Correct. So how many checks did you make? Each check is like an 8-hour work chunk.
So it would be 3 checks.
3 checks. So and it was like that day, that evening, and then the next day. So this is.
Okay, so we need another merchant check.
Yep. All right. I will see okay, Ahmed. I need a D4. 1 on the D4, and you're getting a quality merchant. Otherwise, you're just getting some schlub doing your trades.
Schlub.
2.
It's some schlub. I will re-roll the schlub's abilities. So 3 number 1d10 -5. 2 -2 0. Okay, so the person you're trading with is less effective.
Look at our rolls, though. You sold it for what?
They said sugar was really common here. Their skill is 12, 8, 10.
Okay.
And then their rolls.
Low, you bastards.
17, 12, 15. The guy was like a little slow and couldn't like he kept saying things incorrectly. But absolutely gotcha on the This is what happens when you don't bring katana.
Right. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. We'll just have to do more piracy. That's all. We're learning.
Right.
We're learning.
Molgromere returned the day previous with the rest of the crew. So, are you keeping everybody on the boat? Are they exploring the town, or is it?
No, I think we have a job. We're gonna. We're basically gonna wait. Message from, what's his name? Cow.
Koa. All right. A burly-looking man approaches your ship. Is Captain Max? It's Maxwell. Maxwell House. I have a message from Captain Maxwell.
Okay. He's escorted to the captain's quarters. The goldfish is there. He's probably got Banta just because we know we might be making enemies in the town. We've got Banta always at his side. Sebastian and Siren's actually helping with the selling. So, escorted in.
Ah, who might you be? Luggard?
Give me a second. I will get a name for Luggard. I am Luggard number 3, so. All right. I am Aika. Fish. Aika.
And then if you want to know, Sunwoo has started crafting masterwork silk sails, like as complete replacements for our existing sails. Now that our existing sails are fixed, like we're actually going to start.
Well, yeah, because then you just replace them and you have spares.
So
and then the masterwork silk sails, the silk sails actually add.
They had what's it called?
A 10% increase in non-ship-to-ship combat speed.
Nice.
But yeah.
So they're more efficient for just general travel.
And a +1. It says +1 bonus to gain upper hand. I assume is just a +1 bonus for.
That is part of the abstracted ship combat rules.
Can we just say that it's a +1 to your profession sailor?
It's your profession sailor check. Yes.
Okay. All right. That's what they do, and then
they've got 3 levels of engagement for like. Do the players want to play with boats, or do you just want to hand wave and say you?
Then we magic them. The magicking will actually take less time than the actual crafting of the silk sails. The magicking doubles the hardness and hit points of the sails. Well, 300 hit point sails. Like these are like the battle sails that we should have asked for, but didn't know. Okay, so I think that's the most, because that was the scariest thing of the last battle was, oh my god, if we don't have our sails, we're fucked.
It's not good to not have sails.
No, we're sitting ducks.
Hey, I am Akai. I bring message from Koa.
Yeah, he offers him a drink. From Bantus Flask.
Okay, for Bantus Flasks, he accepts.
Okay.
If you were going to offer him from not Bantus Flasks, he wasn't going to accept. Kua agrees to your request, and will, if you agree, we will have a contracted mage come bless your ship with magics.
In principle, we haven't talked about what the bonus is. The contracted mage's job will simply enables us to do the job. This does not reward us for the danger that we'd be placing ourselves in.
I was told that double what was paid for the bounty was the amount.
That is on top of the contracted mage's work?
That is my understanding.
Alright, so he's basically paying us 28,000 gold pieces to take this. Oh my god, we are inheriting such a problem. It sounds great. Molgromere, this price is sufficient. You have an agreement.
The contracted mage will be here sometime this evening.
Could you ensure that the... What is the name of the boat?
Kirstov? Ebon Chain?
The Lodestone.
The Lodestone? Okay.
Yes. We would also like to know which berth that the Lodestone will be placed in. This would be very helpful in the execution of the contract.
Okay. He nods. Good evening, Captain.
Okay, he gives you a nod. We let him
Strong winds and strong backs.
May the sea be your friend.
The sea is no one's friend. He nods and he leaves.
Not a follower of Astitia. Molgromere just lets it go. Yeah, if we know what berth they're gonna go to, we could set up our ambush way a fucking ahead of time. We could all be in the water waiting.
Yeah.
I'm a frog man.
Right. We could have the Jinshe, Banta, Black Dog, the waterman.
Out of curiosity,
Yep.
Can Chitons control any kind of chain?
Yeah, but our guy is a tiefling, not a chain devil. He's like a...
Help him complete his quest.
He's a chain devil...
Disciple.
Great-grandson.
He's a wannabe.
I'm just saying, we get a kick-ass chain, kick-ass anchor once we get him sorted out.
I'm thinking we wood shape into their fucking boat.
Welding torch. They said it was in the ballast.
A shackleborn tiefling, yeah. Yeah, and we basically be as stealthy as we can. Likely ends up being violence, but everyone pouring down into the ballast or pouring down into a lower deck, we can take on it. We could take on a crew that way.
How big is the ship? How many people are there?
It's as big as the ship that we just pirated.
Okay.
It's slightly smaller than your ship.
It's the wizard that we have concerns on. So, Team 2 finds a hiding spot nearby, rope tricks up in there and waits. And Team 2's job is to cause distraction, attack, and once the wizard shows himself, fuck up the wizard. I think that's the plan.
Okay.
Okay.
And then okay, what's the escape plan? So how do we get from their boat to our boat without anyone seeing us?
Oh man. So I can cast silence on my own guns. It's only a round per level. So it doesn't That's too bad.
The ghost sound, and we can actually do ghost sound plus like an illusion of fireworks. We could have fireworks go off somewhere, basically. I don't think that's...
But doesn't somebody have to focus on that?
We could also silence your guns. We could have, hey, a silence crew going in to take out a wizard. It's not a bad idea.
So we need to get the oil of silence.
We have...
Or a divine caster.
I can cast silence, but it's a round per level.
Yeah, but how long are these fights?
It'd be less than 6 rounds.
You cast it again.
Okay.
Gensoric also has silence, so there could be a silence arrow stuck into the captain's door, and the wizard comes out, like wanders into a silence bubble, and then it's your job to just murder Late.
Okay, so all right, I can prepare 2 silence spells.
I think we're pissing off the Aspar Consortium. This is like this will be the second extreme violent, well, not extreme.
2 for 2.
2 for
2
2.
for 2. Invisibility purge.
You did not kill anybody on your first interaction with them.
That's true.
The only thing you did was take their captain's personal effects. That was the only thing that was kind of untoward.
I saw the personal effects, and I think I could use one of them. Soda could use one of them.
I think until we're far away from this place, we're not putting them on.
I can paint them.
This is what the penalty Adam takes for sleeping while at work and while on work travel, as opposed to doing D&D prep. Because I got these little messages. Hey, what did these do? And then like 20 texts and another one. Hey, what did these do?
Well, yeah, we tend to do the DVing off camera.
No,
so
I'm 100%. No, I was not turning data on my phone in America during election season. I don't need that type of noise.
Yep.
Nope. I no. Okay. Who is on watch around or that evening?
We just a heads up. This is relevant. We, instead of open flames on our ship, we have continual flame on whatever like candles or torches that we wanted. I can cast that like they're permanent. So
okay, so you
how many do you want?
They do have a material cost though.
You spent some money for those.
There's 50 gold pieces. It's better, I think, to have that than have candles.
All right, Sunwoo takes that out of the spell components. I'll mark down that
Depends how many you
we
want.
have four continual light torches.
Okay, I think these are 3rd level, so anything that's dark, just anything that's darkness, like a darkness spell, that level or lower is dispelled.
Cool. Probably something we would have done over the last day and a half, because
that would have been on like the boat.
The manticores did teach us that darkness is bad.
Darkness bad.
All right, who's on watch? Well, what time of night? The middle watch, or the first watch, or the second, or the third? Sorry.
Ahmed, if you could roll a D8.
1 D8 coming your way, DM. 1 D8. Here you go. Are you happy now? There's a 5.
1 a.m.
This is middle watch. This is the same people that were awake for the manticore. Deadless, people in the middle of the night.
Sodak is there.
Ghoul Barrel, Sodak.
Okay.
I don't know who else. Oh, Molgromere is middle of the night guy.
All right. We are going to, just for funsies, and nobody be concerned, we're going to go back to the Happy Barnacle for this interaction. Just in case.
Yes.
Yes, the people.
Prepare. I'm not creating food and water.
So I believe Jinshe is below deck. Daedalus.
I'm casting silence and stuff like that. Should I prepare an invisibility purge?
We do have some people that do cast invisibility, but
Can they see invisibility?
Yes. It's one that. Sure, and we'll see if people get pissed off.
I'll prep it just in case. Because I don't want to start getting murdered by people who are invisible.
Yeah, well, the thing is, one of the combat techniques that Black Dog has is turning invisible and then hitting you like a split second later with his sword. He wouldn't be able to do that.
He flashes invisibility.
Yep.
Where's my barrel? Yeah!
Okay, I'm keeping that spell for we're getting murdered by invisible people.
All right, you're up.
I'm right away. Don't worry. I'm just keeping the wheel still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sebastian. And we've got not enough people awake for the watch. There should be at least one more.
Is it Lee?
Lee's got low light, but I think he was awake for the manticore.
I think he was.
Yeah. He's just talking with Sodak.
Oh, yeah. I asked Sun Wu. He says he's got it in the queue. He's got it in the line of things. Some lenses for us. He already gave some lenses to like Molgromere and a couple other people. Like Consortium's got some. It'll help us spot the rocks a bit better.
That would be very useful. Yes, I was thinking of that. Something to help us spot the incoming fire, and then something to help us hit them.
You know if.
Okay, give me a perception check.
We're just talking about we don't have enough perception.
Yeah, I could really use perception. Yeah, me too.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Okay.
All right, but this is for Lee. 29.
10.
10. Okay.
10.
It's a quiet night. So still and peaceful, like the death that comes for me.
Sebastian is napping in his bowl. Molgromere is awake at the captain's desk overlooking paperwork.
All right. Let me just get...
Fucking
right.
Marilyn Manson's coming to visit. What the fuck? What the fuck?
He's come to tell you how much of a beautiful person you are. Grimsby. Oh, I hear something. How to do there? Why don't you come here and touch the wheel? See what happens to you. Okay. You got a. It was Lee had a 20-something, I think.
29.
29. Does Lee have spellcraft?
A rank?
Okay, give me a spellcraft roll.
10.
10. You can hear the sounds of chains. Basically, there's the ramp that goes to the ship as you're docked. There's some clinking of chains along the ramp. There was a weird popping sound that you didn't really identify.
Okay, we slam our mutagen and...
Hey, there's something over there.
Permission to come aboard.
Oh. Hey, who are you guys down there?
I am Mr. Brisbane. I am here to fulfill a contract for one Captain Maxwell.
Oh. One moment, you stay there. Hey,
There's a rifle.
Hey,
There's a rifle
Alivalus.
at the ready.
Alivalus.
Yes.
You know those guys?
He nods.
Just come with me. Your disguise is horrible.
All right. Daedalus is going to just check and see his skills. He's going to sneak away, I think. Good. Try to shield his face.
Yep. Hopefully the boat's sitting higher in the water than the dog.
There's a bit of an angle, you know.
Captain, you're not gonna believe this. The mage that they sent over looks like a Chitinese pirate. Some guy named Mr. Brisbane.
Mr. Brisbane is not a man.
He looks like a man.
He is not a man.
Is he a devil?
He is greater.
Oh.
Do not trifle with him.
Oh, fuck.
Are you awake? Ding, 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 ding.
What? Eel burgers, what? I am now.
You sleep with your eyes open.
Yeah, yes, I do. I also have a spell I could cast called Keep Watch, but it's kind of exhausting.
Do you know a Mr. Brisbane?
Who? Well, of course I do.
What does he know?
Give me a knowledge arcana, a knowledge local, or a
43 Arcana.
43 arcana. He is a powerful caster. He is associated with the Chitinese pirates. He is a master litigator. And his age rivals yours, or he's been active since like your first captain kind of timing.
Sebastian's only 30.
He's been Sebastian's only 30? Okay, so he's been active for a long time. As in he's been active for it since before the ring gate fell.
Oh.
He is likely not a man.
Let us hope that they have not had time to notice a liveless. A liveless, you should probably go below deck. Stealthily, if you please.
Yes, sir. He had a 32 sneaking his way into the captain's cabin. He's going to now sneak down to below deck. 28 stealth. The violin's going... Ding, 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 ding.
Fetch Sun Wu for me. I think he should still be up.
Oh yes, he keeps some rather vigorous hours. Very industrious, Venarin he is.
There's an archmage here to see you. Son of Daedalus pops his head up.
Sun Wu is like fucking needle and thread with silk, kind of learning how to craft the sails.
A blessed archmage is here.
Oh, okay. Here, hold this.
Okay, he's holding the needle.
So Sun Wu's betting to himself that there's blood on that needle when he comes back, or the needle is gonna be in. I wonder where he's gonna stick it.
Hey, Beta.
Kicking Beta awake.
Beta.
What?
Could you bodyguard me, or do some archmage?
Okay, good practice for me. Good, okay.
I don't like archmages. They tend to be full of themselves.
Okay, we can make them full of my fist. Okay, here we go.
No, I'm not saying you have to punch them. I'm saying if they get out of hand, you know.
That's okay, I'll give them the Banta treatment special.
Yeah. You don't prepare spells, so it's okay. If
No,
if you're a little
they're
tired.
not.
Oh, hey there, Sodak. Good job.
Yes. Well, I'm on guard. It's gonna fly.
All right, yeah. At this point, Molgromere is going out to like talk to. I'm assuming Banta doesn't have 3 damage.
No.
Captain Maxwell, I presume.
Greetings. Apologies, we're not used to having such visitors at this fell of an hour. You might be?
Mr. Brisbane.
Good to meet you. What can I do you for?
I understand that there is a spell that needs to be cast upon one's ship in the secrecy of the dark.
Technically, 2 spells.
Are you saying that you're here?
Formally, that one's familiar. I have had dealings with some of his previous captains.
Interesting. Yes, he's my familiar.
Odds.
And he kind of like looks over at Sebastian like, you keep your mouth shut. Are you said caster?
Sacaster?
Said caster. Or like, are you?
Said caster. So I just heard, are you Sacaster? I'm like, huh? I am the one who will be casting the spell that you have requested.
Excellent.
I have picked up the contract.
Wonderful.
Might I come aboard?
Your chained friends can wait on the dock.
Of course.
Captain, might I suggest that we keep a close eye on them?
Indeed. We're watching to see if there any of them are, like, I don't know, taking slivers of our ship.
Okay.
So Doc, Lee, could you make sure that the friends don't touch our boat? Could you also let the others know, Mr. Brisbane, that they should keep their chains and hooks off of our boat?
Yes, Captain. Hey, you. Get back.
He makes some clicking noises at them.
15 feet.
Yep.
Minimum.
This way?
Okay,
I said get back.
the one who obviously is not of this place and is laden with chains does move back.
Oh, I see what he's worried about. So who's going to break one of the new torches and just have a look at the side of the boat to make sure that nothing's been
Scratches.
removed? Yeah, any new scratches?
Yes, you would know if there are any scratches.
Spent the last
Not
2
yet.
days. Okay, not yet. Fucking
Oh,
watch.
weird. There's a kraken on the desk. That's awesome.
I know. Weird. It's just the sheet that he pulls over anything that he's trying to disguise.
It's like, oh.
Banta, you keep an eye on these guys. I'm gonna go watch what the wizards are doing.
Yes,
How
no
long
problem.
have you been captain of this ship, Mr. Maxwell?
For some time. He's gonna just leave it at that.
It is an older design, obviously been refurbished.
One cannot be too picky these days about the ship that they captain. And your affiliation with the Chitinese pirates is well known.
My reputation probably precedes me at this point. We are not ones to hide what we truly are.
Okay. So Anu is drinking his cognatigen, and Sebastian is peeing his cognatigen.
Okay. There's a most interesting smell in here.
Yep. Molgromere just, like, it could be the monkey.
Yes, it could be the monkey. Is this the extent of the region you wish to be sanctum?
The captain's quarters is the place would need to be sanctioned, and as the goldfish has already mentioned, a permanency placed upon it.
Okay.
Was there a contract that you signed with the Admiralty?
The Admiralty doesn't necessarily like paperwork, but yes, it was signed.
Can I look at the contract, given that I'll be the one approving whether or not the services have been rendered to our satisfaction?
I can have the contract retrieved if you wish.
Please. Given that there is a certain amount of, how shall we say, notoriety of Titanese pirates, we wouldn't want to have any run-ins with them. I don't know. By you placing some sort of magical tracer upon our boat while you're doing this hokery-pokery of the spell.
I would do no such thing, although must be a lesson learned in pain to have such a devious mind.
This is not the first time that I have felt the scourge of a slaver's whip.
I do see the scars that prove your statements true.
You'd understand that we'd be quite angry if this is the case. I will accept your word, because your reputation precedes you, that you would be doing no such skullduggery in your task here.
The contract will be here in a few moments, although I can call them off if you'd like.
I will accept your word.
There will be no such skullduggery. We will do what is worded in the contract, no more, no less. And the contract is for the casting of 2 spells. A private sanctum and a permanency.
Excellent. Then I will have my arcanists observe as you work. Molgromere sits down in the captain's chair, crosses his arms, and looks at
Can this be cast on the thing that, what's it called? The thing of the ship?
Ahmed, I need
The
more grammar or more words.
Remember there was the thing that
the
we put
figurehead?
the figurehead.
We don't have a figurehead. We just have a giant ram at the front of our boat.
Oh, okay, that's what we've been. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
I Mage's Private Sanctum covers
way
a
bigger
giant area, but we just
Right.
don't want the whole boat sanctum. We want the captain's quarters.
Do you wish any other region? The singular casting did not specify the area. You have much more volume than this at your disposal.
I mean, do we also want to do the kitchen, the crafting area?
Can you extend it somehow to the treasury?
Does the area have to be contiguous?
Yes, there will need to be a line of effect through the area. Small peepholes are traditional.
So running along the front of the ship and down to the treasuring area?
I mean, we could probably drill a hole between the captain's quarters and like a little hole underneath Molgromere's desk so that he can spy on the people cooking or send a message down to them. If you would permit us a moment to
Craft.
drill a hole, if you will. So, Nu, fetch your tools. Oh, I got my tools right here. He shakes the any tool, it turns into a drill. Just give me a moment here. Where do you want it? Right here is good.
So, Mr. Brisbane, have you ever had any dealings with Imperial wizards?
I have.
Do you
They
happen?
are closed-minded.
Oh. Yes, yes, they are very, very egotistical. Yes, indeed.
You wouldn't happen to have any tieflings on board?
Tieflings? Well, as you and I can understand, some devils don't show their devilishness in easy, outward-looking manners. My unique perspective doesn't always see some of the subtle telltale signs of tieflinghood. I actually don't care if there are tieflings aboard or not, as long as they do their job and serve the captain well. So about those Imperial wizards.
Yes.
Have you ever had any dealings with Zedalis?
Indirectly.
Indirectly? Oh, very interesting. I had dealings with Zedalis back in the past. Some time ago, before his death. That must have been, I don't know, 20 years or so?
In your mind,
Yep.
would you like to learn the pleasures of a warm-blooded existence?
What's to say I haven't already experienced the pleasures of a warm-blooded experience?
You need not be trapped in such a limited vessel. Your mind could be put to much better use.
I'm much more interested. He says, yes, I already know Alter Self.
You do not understand. Your mind could be placed in any of a number of very potent vessels.
Oh, I see. Some sort of surgery.
There's a mental agreement.
I will keep that under advisement. For now, this suits my purposes. For example, when fighting begins, very few people go and try to slay the goldfish.
But when you're in something's jaws, the goldfish does not have as much ability to punch back, or claw, or scratch, or run.
No, and that is why we know magic.
Magic is wonderful, isn't it?
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Now, speaking about Zedalis, would you happen to, in your time, know where one could find where Zedalis's belongings ended up being sold? Unfortunately, Zedalis's estate was put to auction and the property was split amongst many lots and buyers.
You are interested in the execution of his will.
Yes. Most interested. In fact, I have a strong case to believe that I should have inherited it all.
As his familiar.
Yes. Why else would he have cast the spells that he did?
I could find such documents for you,
Wonderful.
if I was so incentivized. What do you have in trade?
What sort of things would you be looking for?
I find many things interesting.
Obviously, you work for coin.
Of course, coin is one of the many trappings of this world. I also work for information. I also work for pride, I suppose.
Well,
You would understand that.
the only reason why I asked you is that you're a well-known litigator as well as a powerful caster, and you've done business indirectly with Zedicus. Zedalis, sorry. Keep on thinking of Zedekia's dual surrender. Zedalis. I would be willing to pay for information on how his will was executed.
Unfortunately, this is not something I know offhand. I would need to retrieve such information, although I'm going to roll just in case. Cast Wheel of the Banshee. Ah! 33. It would take some time to collect.
Excellent.
It is not stored here. I would have to travel eastward.
Of course not. This is not an Imperial stronghold. Nor has it ever been.
No. This is a bulwark against the depravities of the Empire.
Sure. From a particular point of view.
Here, the revelries of the flesh never became subdued in such a way.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Primal society.
Although there are probably some sects of the Church of the Five-Faced God that like to self-flagellate.
This is true.
I imagine one has to get a kick out of that sort of thing to really do it. Or have
Not. The Imperium is not lost, not at all.
No, of course
It's-
not. They're merely cut off. They're still out there doing grand things.
Would be interesting to understand the trail of ownership. You said that out loud?
Yes, it would be interesting to understand the trail of ownership.
Give me a sense motive.
No, I think you said it in a way. Sebastian. Sebastian, oh no. I didn't fucking care about what people think. 17. Did he sense the edge? Does he want to own Sebastian?
Only parts. Only the brain part.
Can't have it. Can't have it.
Yes, well,
Okay.
I'm sure my captain would be willing to purchase such things.
He's saying out loud.
Mr. Brisbane is now chewing on one of his fingers rather vociferously. There's a little bit of blood trickling down.
Who's watching where the blood goes? Staining our boat with your blood. Yeah, go on, do it. Do it. Drop some blood. Drop some blood. Mr. Alchemist here. Yeah. Molgromere finishes screwing the hole, and we'll worry about like putting a secret a secret flap over top of it later. The hole is done. You can see into the kitchen area. We will Mage's private sanctum both areas.
Excellent. Most excellent. I will need to, with your permission, I will view said kitchen area so I can cast my spell.
He nods to Sun Wu. Could you just make sure the way is clear? Yeah, yeah, sure. So we'll go downstairs. And we'll clear people out of the fucking kitchen area, and we're sticking Daedalus in the closet over here. Make sure Celissa, well, she could go and keep Daedalus company. Just we have some secrets that we'd like to keep.
We are rich. Yes, we are. Oh, we're so rich. And Gitana's rich.
We'll put our shapeshifters and people we don't want to know. Oh, the way is clear. The clear, Captain. It's all good.
Okay, Mr. Brisbane's going to basically sit in your chair.
What was this about chain of ownership?
Oh, I was wondering if Mr. Brisbane knows about the chain of ownership of the great Zedalis.
That was your original owner?
Partner?
There's just there's a twisted smile coming from Mr. Brisbane.
Given that he's a litigator, and well, I don't encounter many Imperials, was wondering if he could find out information on the execution of his will.
Interesting. We'll have a discussion as to why later, although I have a few guesses. Yes, I'd be willing to pay for that, as long as the price is reasonable.
When we find the documents, we will discuss price.
I suppose that's as much as you could expect from a devil.
In your mind, you insult me.
Oh. You are one, aren't you?
We are so much more than them.
Oh. It's the jockeying of power of the lower planes. I spoke before I thought. A rare instance.
They are beings of hate. We are beings of flesh.
Noted.
The true owners of the mortal realm. Okay. Begins casting his 10-minute long spell.
Very interesting. Is that because the mortal realm is full of people with flesh?
You are correct.
Wonderful.
He's not going to argue with them. It's just an interesting perspective. It's psychos.
We are masters of the flesh. Are you flesh? Then we are your master.
What are the Hellraiser people called?
Oh, they got a name. It's a weird name.
It starts with this. Cenobites.
Yeah.
I can see the Cenobites having that philosophy. Do you feel pain? Yes. Oh, we are your masters then.
Okay.
Show me pain.
10 minutes goes by. A dark cloud encompasses your kitchen and your captain's area.
Okay.
You can actually still communicate between the kitchen and the captain's area. Previously, it would have blocked communication.
We're going to roll a spellcraft. Sebastian is going to use a PowerPoint. Give me a second.
PowerPoint presentation.
2 PowerPoints to raise a before the spell is done, a mind link between Molgromere, Sunwoo, and himself.
Okay, sorry, what was that?
A mind link between
You're
Sunwoo.
creating a mind link, and this is a power or a spellic ability.
This is a mental display psionic ability.
Okay.
And then we're going to then keep watch over him casting the spell to look for anything odd.
Okay. Give me a spellcraft check.
Yep. I'll do the aids. So Molgromere aids. Let me see if his monkey can aid the aidening. It does. So Molgromere's aid is +3.
Okay.
Sunwoo's aid is
What the fuck's going on down there?
It's 3. Which means Sebastian's 8. Or total 17 plus 6. 28.
28?
Mm-hmm.
The first portion of the spell is strange. It appears to be like a tick of this guy's spell casting, where the first portion of the spell looked like he was crafting a symbol of pain that then changed into the mage's private sanctum. He would be. It looks like he can very rapidly, basically, drop those. Like, and that's just the way he casts the spell is very practiced for making a pain sigil. The spell itself is the spell itself. Like, there's nothing incorrect about the 10-minute cast spell.
Okay. Making us nervous. All right, now the permanency.
Okay. Permanency, I think, is like a quick cast. Yep. Is the you were saying the spell? Okay. The area is to your liking, yes, Captain.
Yeah, Molgromere will go and inspect the downstairs area and then come back. As long as it's both of these rooms, then...
Okay. Mr. Brisbane spreads out a fine dust across the table, and then casts a spell that is much quicker. Again, in the dust, he draws what looks like a symbol of pain, that you just, again, it appears to be this very programmed or repetitive movement. He is not casting a symbol of pain, he is casting a permanency.
Okay. Yeah, Fox is asking what caster level. It would be at least 9th to cast Mage's Private Sanctum, as it's a 5th circle spell, and then to permanently make a Mage's Private Sanctum requires 13th level. So this guy is at least a 13th level caster. By raw. Yeah, if he's doodling fucking symbols of pain quickly, that's some serious power. All right, do we get a second spellcraft check to make sure that he's not doing something noodly with the
noodly fadoodly, yeah.
With the permanency? Molgromere aids with his familiar. It's a +5. I forgot the cognatogen. So yeah, it would have been 30 last time, and it's 29 for the permanency.
Okay. Yeah, it is a permanency. You suspect his caster level is greater than 13.
Okay, are we gonna know for dispelling purposes what the caster level is gonna be?
Yes.
Okay.
It's caster level 20.
Oh god. Hey boys, he's our level right here.
That's what I was about to think. I was like, let's just punch him in the face. Take him out. Kill a 20th level guy.
Alright. There's definitely tomfoolery afoot. I don't think we rolled high enough to see through it.
Are you satisfied with your service, Captain Maxwell?
Initially, yes. We will see if we are dogged to the end of our days by Chitinese slavers.
I guarantee that if you're dogged to the end of your days by Chitinese slavers, it has nothing to do with this interaction.
Okay, Molgromere can we do at this point? We've got this cool spell. We'll just assume it doesn't work with the Chinese. One day we'll dispel it and